If choosing yourself fills you with guilt, this is not accidental. And it is not your fault. Attachment guilt is one of the most powerful and invisible forms of control. It does not shout, it whispers. Freedom feels selfish, independence feels like betrayal, rest feels undeserved, and slowly, guilt begins to decide your life. Start here. If attachment guilt lives in you, you did not create it. You inherited it. This pattern begins as a karmic memory, a nervous system imprint passed through lineage. Families where love was tied to duty, where obedience meant safety, where separation caused distress, collapse, or fear. As a child, you absorbed something quietly. Your autonomy upset people, your needs created tension, your independence came with consequences. So your system adapted, not through weakness, through intelligence. Staying close felt safer, being responsible preserved connection, guilt kept love intact. Over time, guilt stopped being a feeling. It became a mechanism used, sometimes consciously, often unconsciously, to shape your choices. You feel it when you say no, when you rest, when you pull away, when you want more. The body tightens, the stomach drops, the urge to explain takes over. Guilt feels moral, so it goes unquestioned, and you comply. This is how attachment guilt spreads. It does not stay in childhood. It enters every relationship. With parents, you feel trapped between loyalty and suffocation. With partners, imbalance gets mistaken for love. With friends, you overgive and quietly resent it. At work, you overfunction. You stay late. You carry emotional weight that does not belong to you. With authority figures, disappointing them feels unbearable. Betraying yourself feels familiar. Guilt follows you everywhere. Even awakening does not dissolve it. You may long for release, for peace, for spiritual freedom. Then one small trigger appears. A message, a sigh, a reminder of sacrifice, a tone loaded with expectation. And suddenly, you are pulled back in. Not by choice, by conditioning. Responsibility gets confused with goodness. Obligation gets confused with love. This creates deep inner dissonance. One part of you knows freedom is allowed. Another part believes leaving guilt behind makes you selfish, cruel, or ungrateful. This is not a character flaw. It is training, reinforced every time someone benefits from your guilt and resists your independence. So hear this clearly. Attachment guilt is not love. It is not virtue. It is not devotion. It is a survival loop. And survival loops do not end through insight alone. They end through interruption. Support matters here. Trauma-informed therapy, guidance that understands the nervous system, places where guilt is no longer rewarded. You were never meant to carry everyone. You were never meant to pay for belonging with your freedom. You were never meant to shrink so others could remain comfortable. This loop must break for movement to return. Until it does, progress feels blocked. Opportunities collapse. Relationships repeat. Freedom feels wrong, not because you are failing, because guilt is still in control. You are not alone in this. Many people live inside this pattern without ever naming it. Naming it changes everything. This was learned, and what is learned can be unlearned. With help, with patience, with courage. This is not the end. It is the moment guilt stops steering your life, and you begin to choose yourself. Quietly, steadily, without apology.